Now, the vastly poor excuse for a mayor of London that we have, Sadiq Khan, well, every time he pops out, he's always telling you exactly how well he's done, isn't he? But really, as we all know, he falls short on every single level, right? But he wants to be on TV to talk about the things that, the free school breakfast that he's giving, right? Not you and I, the taxpayer, the ones that are left remaining, giving, of course, our hard-earned cash to people that seemingly want children, but seemingly also don't want to feed them, all the while topping up their Apple iPhones and, of course, Apple Watches while watching their big screens at home. You get the picture. Have the children, but then, oh yeah, the state can look after them. And, of course, Saddi'S is very keen to make sure that he falls into this particular trap. But the big thing that he's always talking about, as we all know, is about inclusivity, how London is for everybody. Oh yes, this posters up and down the tube at great expense to you. Him telling us about really it's one of the greatest cities for, diversity and all the people that we should welcome and all the great things that they're doing for us. It works, of course, unless, well, this is the problem, unless you are like me, a white British person that might want to work for the council in Westminster, the most, rich councils, literally, in the United Kingdom. Let me explain. Morning, good to see you. Thank you so much for your time today. Lovely to have your company. It's often shocking, isn't it, when you see these things, because you see it now more and more and more. And for me, as I've often said here on the show, the bit I don't understand is I just see people. And honestly, we can get on with maybe 98% of people, but there are always going to be one or two that you can't get on with. It's like being in the office, isn't it? There's always a snark in the corner. You think, oh, I've tried. Give in now. I can't be bothered. But of course, when it's presented to you in a different form and presented in such a way that you are the one being ruled out the opportunity, say, for promotion or inclusivity, whatever you want to call it, well, naturally people get aggrieved. So look at this, you see, this is an ad put out by the City of Westminster, and they're looking for a specific role. And it's not exactly a cheap role either, over 50 grand a year. Not bad. And maybe, like me, you're looking for a new career direction or whatever, and you're thinking to yourself, what would I do, right? So you might want to apply. But then you find out, if you're like me, for instance, well, if you're white, simple as that, you can't apply. No, because they really, even if you're white and you're brilliant at the job and you can do it all and it's all wonderful, they don't want you. And they're allowed to put this in that ad, right? This is the council that many people pay so many thousands a year to. They're saying, we don't want you, don't care what you can do, we're not interested. Now, here's where it gets interesting. How silent has Saddi'S been? Well, nothing. Where's his kickback on this shouldn't be, it's not right? Where's the kickback from Sir Keir Starmer? Too busy out in Ukraine giving more money away of our hard-earned cash and indeed telling the world he's protecting the mosques. So this is the problem that you have. Do you understand? Moving forward, the problem that you now have is this is only going to create, division. I mean, can you imagine now being in that workplace if you are a white person, knowing that literally the ad put out there is basically saying, you know what, we don't like you and we don't really want you in the company, and we're making it very actively known. Now, even the Mayor of Westminster should step forward and say something. Yes, there is a Mayor of Westminster, but oh no, they're all too frightened behind the scenes. Now, really, the question I would ask is simply this. How about people putting out an ad the reverse way and saying, if you are from these categories, we don't want to know. We only want to know if you are a white British person, and you have to be white. Imagine the furor that would create. But it isn't about time, if these people that are supposed to be standing up for us are doing this, isn't it about time now we reversed it back? Even though it might set us back, centuries. But that's exactly what these alleged leaders like Sadiq Khan are simply doing. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.